Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to today's airsofting video. So, if you had a chance to check out my epic EVIC unboxing, that was about $1,000 worth of airsoft goodness. Today's the day where I'm going to start breaking down some of these reviews and some of the products that I received that day. One of them being the WeTech M4 Open Bolt Edition, GBBR. I am going to be giving you guys the full-on review of this beast right here. I look forward to finally sharing this with you again as part of my new addition to my ever so growing collection, as you can see behind me. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so first things first, what comes out of the box? So I laid out essentially the care package here that you are going to receive when you purchase the WeTech M4 GBBR Open Bolt Edition. So you're obviously going to get the main hardware itself, the gun. You're going to get a 32 round GBBR magazine. You're also going to get a few tools as well. So this is going to be one of those right there. And you're also going to get an Allen key. So a very tiny one for hop-up adjustment. Then the other two parts, at least that I received, was one speed loader and also a flash hider to get rid of the orange tip. So in this case, I have removed my orange tip and use one of these birdcage flash hiders as the replacement. A very nice touch, by the way, for WeTech to actually include that. I did accidentally over-order these bird cages thinking that I was going to have to replace two of them since I also have an M16, but in this case it actually came with one of them as an extra, so something I can always appreciate. Now when we focus on construction of the gun, it is very beautifully made. Again, with WeTech, they do a very great job with internals. You're going to notice most of the actual rifle itself is made out of metal. However, there are some portions of the rifle that are made of plastic. So to name off some of the plastic parts, you're going to have the actual stock here. It is extendable as well. So again, if you need to adjust it, it is available to do so with metal sling loops. You're also going to have the hand grip here that is also made out of plastic. And then the actual hand guard also is going to be made out of plastic. Everything else, from the flash hider to the barrel, to the sights, to the rear sights, magazine, entire frame of the actual gun is all made out of metal. So overall, very excellent build quality. And here's kind of a glance at the other side of this M4 rifle. On the other side here, we have our selector switch for safe, semi, and auto. So again, very well done as far as construction goes. So then again, it's good to go right out of the box. Alrighty, so loading the gun and firing it is quite simple. As far as the magazine goes, it is going to be again a 32 round GBBR magazine that you can use green gas or propane with. The WeTech models that are open bolt are primarily famous for this little switch here that's at the top of the magazine. Let me zoom in a little bit more, or focus that a little more. Here's that little switch I was talking about. The switch that is on right now is the one that will lock the bolt back once the BBs are out. If you flick the switch towards yourself in that direction, as you can see I flicked it to the right, that will allow you to dry fire once the magazine is empty. So if you are familiar with any of the AK open bolt models, it's quite similar. Or if you have the M16 A3 or any of the other variants, it is the exact same thing as far as magazine goes. So again, magazine insertion, very simple, very easy. The magazine release is going to be on the right side of the gun, depending on how you're looking at it, essentially by the ejection port. As far as cocking the hammers back, again, you're going to hold your finger here to unlock this pin and then pull back, like so. And then in this case, the magazine is empty, so I have the position set to where the bolt will lock once the charging handle is pulled back. So I can pull the charging handle forward, but the bolt will remain locked, and the dust shield is also something that you can lock into place if you wanted to. And then the actual bolt release is on the other side here, which is this guy right here. So if I press that right now, you're going to hear the bolt go back into its original position. and obviously the dust cover is going to open. Now, you hear me use the term open bolt. The open bolt system in these WeTech rifles is a full traveling bolt. So essentially that is what the definition is. You can get a clear view there as far as what the open bolt system is all about. You basically have a full travel for this bolt, which gives you ultimate realism and also just the ultimate sound effect as far as the metal clacking noise, which is always satisfying. So that's, again, open bolt. Quick showcase of the iron sights. Again, nothing too complex, but for the rear sights you actually can flip these into a smaller reticle or the larger reticle, and then you also have an adjusting switch here that will move the sight from left to right from what I was able to gather. And from there, as far as the front sight goes, nothing really too complex, just your typical iron sights. The nice thing though with this little handle that comes attached, you can actually remove these two bolts here in order to remove this handguard to add any type of attachment like a ACOG sight or scope or just a general sight. If it comes down to disassembly of the M4, just a few basic things you'll need to do. Usually I'll just remove the actual magazine. From there, you're going to have one pin on this side, and it essentially pops out through this side. So if you see, I'm going to press this pin in a little bit so it sinks into the gun a little bit, and then you're going to use your nails a little bit to pull this pin out like so. And then from there, the gun actually just breaks apart in half just like this. And then you can go ahead and freely take the bolt apart if you need to for maintenance, upgrades, whatever the case is. The other thing too is the charging handle also will come out as well. And it gives you the full-on guts of the M4, and pretty much super easy to clean and maintain if it does come down to it. Making your hop-up adjustments inside as so is pretty straightforward when it comes to the WeTech models. Now, putting it back together, you're pretty much just retracing your steps. You're going to be, there's these little notches on this charging handle, so you have to put it in a certain way until it kind of slides in just like it did there. And then probably shouldn't have clicked it in just yet, because you do need to align the bolt and charging handle together, and then they'll pretty much slide in together like so. Clamp it back together, press that pin in, and you're good to go. So again, plain and simple as far as a quick field strip goes when you're trying to maybe maintain, clean this, or upgrade it, whatever the case may be. Plain and simple. Alright, so if we're talking FPS, based off of the advertisement from Evic's website, you're looking at about 410 to 460 feet per second with the 0.2 gram BBs. Again, keep in mind this magazine is a 32 round GBBR magazine that is capable of taking either green gas or propane. They do actually have a additional magazine that you can buy where it's essentially two of them strapped together to where you can do a flip-flop between reloads. So that is actually another product that is available as far as extra additions or attachments go for this particular variant. And it also will fit on the M16 variants that Evic sells as well. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed that quick run through of the WeTech M4 GBBR Open Bolt Edition. I gotta just say, it's an overall fantastic rifle. If you're looking for something that's not too expensive but can get the job done on both semi and full auto and still have a very realistic look and simulation to it, I would say it's not a bad idea to look into the open bolt models that WeTech has to offer. Again, they have the M4 variant and M16 variants, and then also the AK family as well, the AK-74 UN, and then they also have the PKM, if I'm not mistaken, and then there's also the AK-74 edition that they offer in open bolt, and many other ones. There's so many. I will do a separate shooting review of this beast right here to really get a chance to chrono that FPS that I mentioned, and also get a chance to see the extreme high rate of fire that this thing has to offer for it being a GBBR, which is very impressive. But for now, this is just the verbal review, so stay tuned for the actual shooting demonstration. I'm looking forward to getting that out definitely as soon as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there are any additional questions or comments or feedback you have regarding this video or this particular gun that I reviewed today, feel free to reach out to me in the comments below. I'm more than happy to look at your comments, respond to them, give you feedback, and just overall experience. My personal rating for this gun, if I had to give it a 5-star as the best, 1 star as the worst, I give it a 5. And honestly, the 5-star mark is mainly the beautiful construction, limited plastic, a lot of metal, has a very solid weight to it, very just solid construction, not a lot of janky, shaky parts or anything like that. The mag efficiency, by the way, is very excellent, which again, I'll try to demonstrate that in my shooting demonstration when I do post that video. BB capacity is as good as it can be on a GBBR. The adjustable stock, easy field strip for cleaning and upgrading and maintaining. The open bolt system, again, is a huge plus. And just the overall realism of this M4, it is truly something else that you really won't get with a lot of the other GBBs that are on the market that are probably maybe a half cycling bolt or AEGs. WeTech definitely takes the cake as far as realism in my eyes. You all may think differently, but that's just something from my perspective, giving you guys as honest of a review as I can about this particular gun. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the shooting demonstration to come.